I'm Mickey Colton.
And I'm Chad Dillon.
And this is the Utica Rallycross Series. Coming at you live for your final race of Season 2 here at the infamous Dead Man's Curve.
I love when we go on long month vacations.
Yeah, I love it.
It's great.
I love it. But we're back here today with Dead Man's Curve. This is one of the most difficult tracks on the schedule, and it's gotten a makeover.
Yeah, basically I plowed through the entire landscape and destroyed everything.
That was accidental.
Yeah.
You are not a good pilot.
No, not at all.
But unfortunately, we're not going to be going for too much of a championship battle because it's basically decided Adam Dunlap is your champion going into this. So now everyone's going to put all out on the line to try and win this race.
This is like the Daytona of NASCAR. This is the biggest of the bag.
And the first driver out for the final time of the season, Alex Demarco, car number 12.
Looking to get a good start here. This track is modified with a lot more bumps, a lot more turns, and there's one section in the beginning that is going to trouble a lot of drivers, and you'll see coming up.
Hopefully DeMarco doesn't fall victim to that. DeMarco came in about the mid-season, has not had some overly great runs, but he's been showing himself as a competent driver.
Exactly, and I think if he comes back if there is a next season, if he comes back, I feel like he could be a very good competitor and and here's the spot right here. You have to be careful.
Yeah, this is the bridge, and oh no, he's already flipped it.
His entire final race run has come to an end. Can he shimmy his way down?
Wait a second, he's still trying to go.
Oh,
can he save it? No. Unfortunately, Alex Demarco is going to be the first casualty of Dead Man's Curve as we meet our second driver, Tyler Benoit, who came so close to try and get that championship.
If he was one place ahead, he would have had at least a chance, but the chance would have been very slim. See, Adam Dunlap, if he would have had to get in last place and Tyler would have had to have won this event in order to actually win the championship.
Yeah, but even with that extra driver on the grid of Kyle Corbett, Benoit still not able to catch Dunlap just by 1 point, so
exactly
a real question for him, but he's hoping that he can win the race today.
Exactly, a win would really give a very good motivator, especially with the season he's had.
Whoa! He saves it! Tyler Benoit still going on track.
And Tyler Benoit is going down the mountain.
He did Billy Bishop, and it looks like he's still going to be able to run, but it's going to be a long drive back up the mountain. Exactly. As Dead Man's Curve is not an easy course to get up to.
So basically, there goes his chance to win the event.
Who knows?
I know. That first part could trouble a lot of drivers. The fact that he had some persistence and he he's trying to fit through.
I think a little.
There we go.
There we go. He tried to put something that was a little too big into that slit. That's more of a Richard Johnson problem.
He's been hanging out with Richard Johnson a little too much lately.
But Tyler Benoit continuing on track. He hits the checkpoint and he turns it around, so he's going to continue driving.
Exactly. Now, it's a tough break for Tyler Benoit. It would have been awesome for him to at least get a good finish in the last race. But with the season what he had, he won. How many races this season?
He's won quite a few.
I think almost 3 races he won this season.
It's been a while. It's been a crazy month.
I know. It's been a crazy. Yeah, it's been a crazy month.
But Tyler Benoit continuing on track, man. So you have to say, he's technically still tracking in first place.
Yeah, he is. He technically is because he's the only guy. Oh, another hard spot here. But that motivation that he has behind him can maybe get him to be persistent and finish this race event because there's still a lot of trouble spots waiting ahead of him. The time trial brings up that it's really like a 3.5 minute run. This is a very, very long run.
Yeah, about on average it's about 3 minutes. Some get it done in 4.
Yep.
So Benoit trying his best. He's been having a really problematic run so far.
Exactly, and I think he's just at this point, because he knows there's no way for him to win the championship, I think he's out there just having fun. But it's actually, I'm getting a word here on the mic here. He's actually just telling jokes to his manager. Basically, he's just cracking jokes, and he says he's just having a great time.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to drive these around, and with this kind of track, it's basically a free-for-all.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's kind of a good thing that Dunlap won the championship one race before because these drivers don't have to worry about anything. They can just go in here and have fun.
Exactly. That's what this whole series is about, is to have fun. And winning is always great. But, these tracks are such a challenge for everybody. It's equal. It's anybody's game, and it's always fun every week.
Now, Benoit working his way toward the final stages of the course. I believe they've designated this checkpoint as the entryway to segment 4 of the racetrack.
Yep.
This is the final one, so continuing down this stretch. he still has a couple of bumps and jumps to get through, especially that final stretch is pretty problematic.
This final stretch is pretty much the same as last year. They didn't change it up too much, except right here, this little stretch here with that really big jump, and you have to hit it smoothly, or else you could easily DNF there.
Actually, I think you got those a little backwards. I think they actually did do some adjustments to the lower layer. The upper layer stayed virtually the same.
True. Well, no, I'm saying this part right here, this stretch right here, they didn't change at all.
No, I think they add a little bit in the bump category here. Or do they do something new? They made so many adjustments to this track,
exactly.
It's kind of hard to tell what's different. But a 4:03.03, top of the scoreboard, a bonus point for him. And now, finally, back in a race car, Emil Michaels, who departed from us halfway through the schedule. They replaced him with Joshua Michaels, Ray Takeda, Esteves Cortez.
Great job by the management of that team. Really,
they know what they're doing.
Yes, they do.
But this team has had kind of a hardship. This is the last race for RGE Motorsports before they close down for good. They've been invited to two teams, Chaos Racing and Union Jack.
Well, here we go.
Let's see if he can handle the bridge.
Oh
no! He's gonna fall off. Can he save it? No. And after several months of being away, it's not going to be long for Emil Michaels. So a bitter end for the RGE Motorsport number 13.
Next up is Colin Bartel, the man in the red machine, ready to blast off and into this race. Everyone's hoping to win. I can't say enough that this Adam already having that championship and set in stone. These guys are just gonna have a blast. There's no pressure. The stress is completely gone. I know that's something that's great for the driver. Maybe not as good for the fans. I think the fans wanted to see a little bit of a battle between the Benoit teammates, but true. But Adam's still up the bat, but Tyler, if he had a good run, it would have been a battle because Adam would have been like, well, hell no, But what's surprising to me is that Adam hasn't won many races. He only won the one race this entire season.
Consistency.
I know
You've seen it in UticaHomeTrackSeries as well. Brian Valentine didn't win a single race to win his championship. Jamie Murphy didn't win a single race to win the championship. William Duncan, only one win to his credit, winning the championship. In this series, consistency is key.
It is. As long as you can stay in the top 5 every week, you're guaranteed to be in that chase in the final last races.
Yeah, as Colin Bartel continues on track, he has one of the higher win counts this year. He just didn't have that consistency early on. Yeah. But he's tracking pretty well. He's tracking much faster than Tyler Benoit, who fell down a mountain.
Yeah, basically, if you mess up in that first section there in the platform, it's really going to throw off your entire run. Tyler was luckily enough, was able to keep himself balanced and was able to get back up the mountain.
Now, Chad, tell us a little bit about the conditions out here. Before, we were racing in the morning. It was a morning race, just as sunrise crept over the horizon.
It was really cold.
Now, it's nighttime.
It's really cold.
So, how does this affect the track from last year?
Okay, well, last year, it was a little different. I think at nighttime, the visibility is a little harder. With the visibility being as low as it is because of the nighttime, they have plenty of lights here, as you can see. But nighttime tends to throw off people's reaction time, which I've noticed. So, even if there's plenty of lights, they're still dark in the sky. Which, if you look up at all, it's going to throw off your entire run. And I think for many of these drivers coming up, I think that's really going to be the main thing they have to worry about.
Also, another thing you have to think about is that in the morning, it's a little moister out.
It's a little slippery.
Yeah, it was kind of slippery for them. There's a little more grip here today, but it's still not going to be as easy as running a midday event here on the dirt.
Exactly. We don't know. Maybe next season it might be a midday, but for now, this nighttime racing will probably be a little different, and I think we'll see a lot of good driving today. That's all I can say.
Colin Bartel is continuing down the final stretch. He just needs to get to the line, not wreck his car. These bumps can be a little treacherous to inexperienced drivers, but Colin Bartel knows what he's doing. He crossed the line with a 3:02.41, a whole minute over Tyler Benoit.
Yeah.
That puts him on top of the board and gets him the bonus points, and here is the champion himself.
Yes, the championship winner, Adam Dunlap. Now, his partner in crime, Tyler Benoit, has already went out and did a terrible job. Let's see if Adam can at least bring that team to life and at least get a good, good time here.
It's kind of in the same sense. We're kind of trying to see what would it have been like if Tyler Benoit did have a chance? Would he be able to beat Adam Dunlap?
Well, he wouldn't have been able to beat it with that run, I can tell you that much. I mean, if Adam Dunlap even got worse than him, it still wouldn't have got him anything. You wouldn't.
This is already looking promising for him. He's made the bridge near flawlessly, so he's on point. He's won the championship, but I think he's going into this saying, I want to win another race.
Exactly. I mean, he didn't win a lot of races, like we said. And, you know, it's all, winning a championship is great. But that credibility of being able to win more races, you know, and get himself more into the ranking of, you know, the best winners in the Rallycross, that's really puts him in another level.
You know, with Adam Dunlap, it's such a story for him, because when he started out, he was a Utica Home Track Series driver. I'm not to be rude, he was one of the worst.
Yes,
he had such a terrible run at it in the Utica Home Track Series. Bounced from team to team, could barely keep a ride. He gets in this series on just a slight chance ride from RG Motorsports. They let him drive at SAR one year. He got the full ride again from the team that kept firing him, Benoit Motorsports. And look at that, he's worked his way from falling off the wagon, having those issues early on in the year, and he's now a champion. Yeah,
I can tell you this much, is that when in season 1, when they had that one race, I forget where it was.
It was in SAR, I believe.
SAR. You know, that one race he had.
Oh no, it looks like he stuck a little bit.
But it's okay, his run's been pretty smooth so far. But that one race he had, you know, he didn't have, it was like his first appearance in any racing for a little while, because, you know, his terrible success, like there was no success at all in the Home Track Series, so he came to the Rallycross Series looking for a ride. He got here. In his only race of that season, he got second place, which showed a lot of promise. So when he came into this season, he had a drive. He's like, wow, I have the possibility to do really well. You know, I'm good. I'm actually good at this. But, you know, like you said, he had a little rough.
Things fell off in the Everglades when he had that run, and it was the infamous run. These things keep happening to him. He had that terrible flip in Kyalami. He had his issues in Everglades, but still managed to pull out to win a championship.
Exactly. I mean, this guy,
no one would have ever thought a couple years ago that he would win anything.
No one would have ever thought this season in the beginning that he would have won the championship, just through the fact, like you said, he was just a drunken mess, if you want to put it blatantly. And basically, he's turned himself around, and this is one of those true success stories, is that you can turn yourself around. And Adam Dunlap has proved that here, and he's coming to the final stretch here, ready to finish off his last race of his incredible season. Here we go.
Can he beat Colin Bartel for the top spot? No. 3:12.25, slower than Bartel, but beats Benoit by a long shot. So it looks like he would have safely won the championship anyways. Joseph Vanesto, the last of the RG Motorsports cars. We're getting a lot of the teammates out early on. Both Benoit cars and both RG Motorsports cars were going out on track.
Exactly. I think that maybe that was how it was planned, or who knows how they wanted
Well,
it.
it is random.
Yeah, sure it is.
No, it is.
Yeah, and all professional sports isn't rigged. We'll go.
No, it's not rigged.
Yeah.
This one isn't rigged.
No, this,
Yeah. Joseph Vanesto on track. Let's see how he can do. And look at that, he's going to make the jump.
Wow.
And he's continuing along his merry way.
You know, Tyler's looking at himself like, what the heck is wrong with me?
This is actually tracking as one of the fastest runs on track in these early stages. He might have something for Colin Bartel.
Exactly.
Oh no! Whoa, no! Joseph Vanesto, what happened?
Oh no!
He's sliding slowly down the incline. What happened there?
We got to see an instant replay, but of course we're not going to be able to see it right now. But
yeah, we got the next driver coming up on track. Disappointing for the RG Motorsports cars. They both DNF as Richard the Shaft Johnson on track. But I mean, what happened to Vanesto? He just got catapulted over.
You know what I
bump.
think? I think when he had so much speed coming out of there, he hit the bump just right. I think it put a lot of rev in his front tires, and it brought up so much momentum and flipped him over.
You know, Joseph Vanesto has complained before in NASCAR regional program booth competition that he always does really good, and then something happens to just destroy his run. That's what happened here. He was too good at the racetrack that it couldn't handle the car, and it flipped it over.
If he didn't do that there, he could have. Because the rest of the track, there's not a lot of spots where you can DNF badly. You know, a lot of it's pretty smooth, but it's easy to get through without DNFing. So
Richard Johnson's gonna take it a little easy over that now.
Yeah, you know, you saw that
his
there.
crew chief. was on the radio yelling about it.
Oh my god. You know, it's funny though, Joe's entire management team right now is just laughing. Because, you know, again, there's no stress. It's just a funny experience.
They can't laugh for too long. They're all getting laid off after that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, unemployment. But the shaft is in action. A little nighttime mayhem out on track, getting down and dirty. As Richard Johnson continues through this section of the course, he's going to have to stretch it on this next one to make sure he hits that long jump.
Oh, yeah.
Now, let's see. Can he make it? He hits the jump, and he drives it in deep.
Oh,
As he continues around the racetrack, he hits a couple of humps, which is something that he is well accustomed to. Johnson continuing around the racetrack into the far point. And now he has to watch out for this little divot, and he's going to manage it quite well. Continuing along the racetrack, Richard Johnson, a real man's man.
It seems like his success is very well endowed today.
Yes, it is. As he's going to hit the checkpoint and insert his car through that opening.
Wow, he actually was able to fit that time.
Yeah, there's a lot of clearance. A lot of other drivers have been through it before.
Exactly, and he was and he seems to be the best and the fastest.
And
his shaft is a little too big to get wedged in there.
He got stopped at his prime, at the peak, continuing.
Now he's starting to level out here, ready for the climax.
This is getting close to the end of it all, and I think the fans will be on their toes.
Exactly, they're ready for that great finish, and they are really excited for what's about to happen.
Now watch him plow through all these humps. Look at that.
Oh man.
He's going to hit each
hump.
one. Oh man, it's rocking back and forth.
Oh man.
He's trying to keep it stable. He's going to make it through.
Oh!
A little too soon.
But a 3:06.73.
A great run by him, second place overall. And next up, it's Alex May for the NSCRA racing team.
Oh god.
Are you okay, Chad?
I don't know. I'm gonna have a cookie.
That's very unprofessional of you.
I'm eating my cookie. Steve gave me my cookie.
Steve is terrible. But Alex May on track. He's been having a decent season. And I'm not going to direct it to you because you are pretty preoccupied with your cookie. But Alex May continue. Oh my god! Horrible wreck.
Wait.
But he saves it.
Can I make a joke?
No.
I'm gonna make a Mean Girls joke. It's gonna be May.
I do get the joke.
Okay, well, good with Alex May.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, it's a joke.
Wow, they should be selling T-shirts.
Exactly.
What? You better get some royalties from that.
Exactly.
Alex May, one of the young drivers from the NSCR Racing camp, one of the development drivers, having a decent year so far.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, you're completely right. I mean, Alex May has had a pretty good season. And I think if there is a season 3, it's the keyword if. You know, the funding is a little lacking right now, and we're hoping that they can bring him back next season. But hopefully we see him back next season.
Yeah, Alex May. The impressive thing about him, he has the potential to win a race. He's just been so close, but no cigar.
Exactly, kind of like we had Joseph Vanesto doing so well. And
well, the thing about that is Joseph Vanesto just keeps crashing like that. As Alex May going out of the event, unfortunately not going to be able to finish his last race. 5th place overall. As here is the driver that is added to the field. It's Kyle Corbett from Yum Motorsports.
Kyle Corbett. He's also selling Orbit gum.
For those who don't know Corbett, he is a driver in the Utica HomeTrackSeries. He's in his rookie season driving the 42 car. He decided to jump on this opportunity to get an extra seat in the Rallycross series.
Exactly.
See if he can get some experience.
Exactly. A lot of people, it's always good to at least do one run. Like, our clear success story is Adam Dunlap. He's like,
whoa, nice job by him getting over that bridge.
Exactly. This could be his time to shine and maybe show that he's a good driver, and maybe a team will pick him up. Same thing with Adam Dunlap. He had that one race last season, and he did great, and he was ended up being picked up by the Benoit crew. and they were brought into this series, and this is what Corbett's looking for, a success story. You know, it's always amazing to see these drivers that come in all by themselves, they bring themselves involved, and then they can get somewhere with it.
Yeah, Kyle Corbett doing a little bit better than his teammate from another series, Dominic Cousins. As Dominic Cousins, his good friend from Canada. I think actually, yeah. Wait a second. Corbett is a Canadian driver, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, international flair.
Oh yeah.
But fellow Canadian Dominic Cousins had some trouble in NASCAR Regional Pro Cup Series. He finished bottom 2 in every single start in the lights.
It's like he was a bottom feeder.
Oh, that's kind of mean. But Kyle Corbett continuing on his way. Oh, no. It's going to get tripped up on the long jump, but excellent effort by Kyle Corbett.
Exactly.
5th place overall. It's not an easy feat. As now another driver that was a young driver that really impressed us, Stephen Carter.
Stephen Carter was my man after Jake Williams was gone. Stephen Carter really showed me that new drivers can be really good in this series. He had a lot of determination, a lot of skill, and he's got a lot of potential. Again, going into another season of this rallycross, if he comes back, he could be a championship competitor next season.
Yeah, he hasn't really transferred over well to stock cars yet, but Stephen Carter is in the same boat as Alex May in that they're so close to winning a race. They just need to get that win to seal the deal.
The thing with difference between Alex May, I think Stephen Carter's got a little more edge. I think Stephen Carter has a lot more edge and a lot more consistency, I could say.
Yeah.
Stephen Carter has been top 5 ever since he came into this series. He's been like top 5, top 10 every race.
He's rarely had a bad run.
Exactly. I mean, he's just, again, he's been so close. And the fact that him coming into this series, what race did he come into this series?
I think he came in about race 5 or so.
So he came in and he was ready to race. I mean, I love when people are coming and they are ready. You know, the people that aren't ready, usually the ones that fail. He came in, he was ready, he was determined, and he showed that he had a lot of potential.
As Stephen Carter continues on the track. Now, you remember Dead Man's Curve last year and this year. Do you think the track designers, partially you, because of the unnameable accident?
See, those bumps weren't meant to be there. Those bumps are for me plowing my way through with Richard Johnson. And whoa! Oh, so smooth.
Almost tipped it over. But I was going to ask, do you think the designers improved the track from last year? Or do you like last year's track a little better?
I think they improved it for the skill level you need. I mean, basically last season it was really, really hard. I mean, there's a lot more jumps in last season one. This one has a lot more bumps that can really slow you down. Like, for example, Joe Vanesto flipped over one of the bumps. I mean, they can trip you up with a lot of speed. It makes you trying to be cautious. It puts you on your toes the entire run. At least with jumps you can prepare for. Bumps you can't prepare.
So even the jumps they did this year, some of them are pretty outlandish, like that long one near the end and the bridge.
Exactly, there's still jumps that are challenging. So I think they made it a little more challenging, and I think they just gave it so that the drivers, even though they watched the person before them, are still going to be on their toes the entire run.
Going back to Stephen Carter, he's tracking really well. He might be contending against Colin Bartel. So we'll have to see how he can handle this last bit of the course.
Can he break 3 minutes? That's been one key factor here. I remember last year in Dead Man's Curve, no one was ever able to beat 3 minutes.
Didn't someone beat 3 minutes though? I thought someone did.
No, I think the winner was 3:02.
Well, we'll have to check with the stats guys sometime. But coming down the line, Stephen Carter going toward the finish, going to avoid the hole in the pillars.
He does it!
2:59.01, and he's going to beat Colin Bartel, get that bonus point, and see if he can make it to victory lane for once. And now it's time for John Lasco.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. He's traveling around the racetrack. He's going forward, and he's ready for a nice rack. John, let's go.
So John Lasco, car number 7, running for the C&M Rally team. Doing all right.
Find the words.
He's doing all right.
He's doing pretty. He's definitely got a better vibe than Austin Ogo. I can tell you that much. I mean, the Let's Go.
Hey, don't speak ill of our God.
You know, he's our God, and I still pray to him. I mean, I can still talk about somebody else with potential. Okay.
You whore.
I'm sorry. But no, Let's Go has done a pretty good, decent job. I mean, he has a lot of potential. And again, all these drivers, I keep saying, all have a lot of potential. No!
Unfortunately, a DNF for John Lasco is going to send him out of the event. Next up, Cassandra Renzi, car number 22 for the Enraged Performance Group.
Cassandra Renzi, the name you'll never forget.
I don't get it. But Cassandra Renzi, car number 22, the German driver, working her way around the racetrack. She's been looking forward to this event. She saw this race last year, and she was just like, I need to drive this.
Exactly. I mean, I think all these drivers have felt the same way. I don't think there's a single person that didn't want to race this event. I mean, it's just such a fun.
I think it was you. I think a couple have had some bad luck here.
Well, you know, I mean, it's still fun.
Emil Michaels maybe wishes that he skipped this round.
Maybe. I know, it's like, no, I'm just going to wait all season until the biggest and hardest track. I haven't prepared at all. Haven't had any.
Oh no! And the thing was, she was tracking just about as well as Joseph Vanesto.
And there's the pity slide.
Oh no! What a shame. So, lesson learned that was not a freak accident. That is something that can happen to you here. As Skyler Dixon back on track, Nick Pericles was supposed to come back for these last two events, but decided that Skyler Dixon was the better option for their car.
Oh, okay. Apparently, the Oreo racing team wants me to eat an Oreo for them. So, yeah. Sponsorship.
I bet you didn't eat before we got here.
Well,
got off the plane, dicking around with Richard Johnson, and then you decided to come to the booth.
I got a bag of peanuts. That was it. But then Richard Johnson stole it because he made a joke saying these are my peanuts and they're really tiny. So, I'm starving.
They're not tiny at all. But Skyler Dixon has really shown himself on track, proved himself to be the quality driver, and Nick Pericles saw that. He said, you know what, Skyler Dixon?
Better than me.
So actually, I think this is the last race he's running with Oreo Racing. He wants to branch out on his own after this, so he's just doing a favor for a friend.
No.
Not too much of a favor. That was going to crash in the same spot as John Lasco, turns it over, and they're done for the day. As John Cenadino on track, let's witness this train wreck.
Hold on. Perfect music.
That song is copyrighted. John Cenadino continuing on track. One of the worst seasons for a driver I've seen in a while. He's actually the lowest scoring of all drivers that have ran every race. He's off track already. I'm assuming there's going to be a DN.
No!
Wait, he's still driving. He still has it. He's still got it.
I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. I can stand by you forever.
You're scaring the driver. What's going on? Chad?
I'm sorry.
Chad.
It's been a long...
Chad.
You know, our producer back there,
He's shaking his head.
he's pretty angry at me.
The viewers are going away.
No, they are coming and flocking. I mean, all these cookies I hear have to offer back here.
I hear have to offer back here.
I hear have to offer.
But John Cenadino's been doing good in stock cars, though. He won the inaugural race. He's one of the top runners in that series for Utica Home Track. But here has just been abysmal. And right now, he's on his two wheels.
And he's done.
Yep. DNF for John Cenadino.
The terrible
It's
season.
over.
Yes.
It's over. I'm not even sure if he'll be back next year. It's now Chris Washer on track, driving the old Jake Williams machine. Good old Chris Washer.
Jake Williams would have won the championship. I called it.
Actually, we calculated. We went to our stat department to see if he was running, would he have won the championship?
Yeah.
Since he and Washer have similar racing styles, no, he wouldn't. He would have lost it by a decent margin.
Jake Williams was winning, like getting top 2, top 3 in like 4 races in a row. I don't think Chris Washer's been doing that.
Washer's been giving it his best.
I know. I agree with you. I didn't say Chris Washer has been a great driver. Yes.
Yeah, Washer.
But Jake Williams had the momentum that would, if he did not drop out, he would have probably been able to take over and knock down Adam Dunlap.
I don't know. Adam was pretty good, and I don't think Jake Williams had that win in him like
Hey.
Adam Dunlap had.
He was still like top 10, and he didn't race for like 5 races, and he still was like in top 10.
So was Dom Caps.
Oh yeah, again, Dom Caps.
That doesn't mean he's necessarily going to win the race.
Well, again, but Dom Caps was there until the end. Until like the last few races, Dom Caps was there. Jake Williams was out at like halfway point, and he still was in the top 10 near the end of the season. And I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, Jake Williams, please come back.
He's in Utica Home Track Series.
Yes,
he's driving that 0 car.
Exactly.
What has he made? He's made like 1 race though. He hasn't been doing as good.
Well, you know what, Jake Williams, man, you are my favorite driver, and you will always be my favorite driver. So you'll always be in my heart, man.
What about John Cenadino? You just sang a song to him.
I told you, you hit it right in the dime earlier. I am.
Sure are, Chad. But Chris Washer continuing along the racetrack, and this is not doing too bad. This is a pretty good run. I mean, it's funny though today. Before we came into this booth today, I already knew that this was going to be a ball of disaster from my part. I've been on vacation for so long. And literally a ball of disaster since you destroyed the racetrack.
Yeah, I came in here and...
Oh. Washer has slid off the racing surface as he continues along.
He's still doing pretty good though compared to Tyler Benoit. Oh! Good save there by Chris Washer, but...
I guess we could say we're all doing good compared to Tyler Benoit right now.
Yep, exactly.
Because you know how many times in his career he's been on the short end of the stick?
Yeah.
I mean, he has lost the Utica Home Track Series Championship so many times despite being close. He was leading the series, I think, in season 1 of that, and then lost it. Lost it all.
You know what's funny is that when I interviewed him before, and Tyler Benoit said that his favorite team in basketball is the New York Knicks, and
the losing team.
In the 90s, they had the same track record as his racing. They'd always be close to getting to that final spot into the championship, and then they ruined it.
He picked a bad role model.
Yeah.
3:08.88 for Chris Washer. That puts him in 4th place overall. Beats Adam Dunlap, and now it's time for the Fox, James Silverfox.
Cybertron Motorsports.
If they're on track, see if they can transform their finishes into a win.
Exactly, and hopefully that win won't be in disguise.
But James Silverfox, colorful character on track, and someone we all like having around the garage area.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot. I don't think there's a single driver in this series, besides Billy Bishop earlier, that we don't like. We like them all.
I happen to like everyone. As James Silverfox going to plow up some of the mountains some more. But keeps it driving, and look at that.
He's going to plow up some of the mountain while he's going down the mountain.
Yeah, the turf on the mountain is on the ground.
Yep.
And him digging his face into the ground will push the earth off the mountain, upward.
The earth off the mountain.
Yeah. You know, because see, there's some dirt. That's what mountains are made out of. Dirt and rock. So, him sliding his forehead at a fast speed down the mountain is going to tear up the earth and the rock.
I know what it feels. I know what it's like to tear
are synonyms. They're synonyms.
Yes.
And those will get catapulted into the air. So it's tearing up the mountain as he slides down the mountain.
But I know a thing or two about tearing up a racetrack, as you saw earlier on in the day. So don't you tell me what it is to tear up a racetrack. I know exactly how to do it. Okay. And Silverfox
just don't know the words to it.
Exactly. Silverfox though. Let's get back to Silverfox. Let's
get back to James Silverfox.
Let's get back on track here. Silverfox, he did fall off the mountain, but he has been able to bounce back, and he's doing very well. Same thing happened to Tyler Benoit. Second man up the bat, he fell down the mountain, and then he regrouped himself. But Silverfox seems to be a little bit smoother on the second half of this race, and maybe be able to beat Tyler Benoit.
Oh no! Just as you say that, he is going to flip over that number 24 car, and unfortunately out of the race. So great effort by him.
Exactly.
And now it's time for William Duncan, part of Team Thunder, a champion, but not in this series. UticaHomeTrackSeries champion, which I think he's still pretty proud about.
I mean, that's a very big series to win. I mean, it's one of the biggest ones around. And
I mean, there's no bias in saying that Utica Home Track Series is possibly the best series ever made.
Exactly, there is no bias. The facts show that they are the most viewed and the best.
Based on our research team.
Exactly. Basically, the research team is me and yeah, us.
But William Duncan, an exceptional race car driver, but just has not been able to get that win. We can say that with a lot of drivers this year, since the win count has been mostly dominated by a select few.
You know, this is the thing, though. William Duncan had a really rough start in this series, in this season. And he ended up picking up a notch after he won the championship. He had a lot of confidence coming into every race because he's like, wow, I won this championship. Maybe if I bring that confidence into the Rallycross series, I have possibility to do really well. And you know what? It kind of rubbed off on him.
You know, if he didn't have that slow start at the beginning, he might have been a contender for the championship. Because he was closing in on there. He was about, like, 7th place in points.
Exactly. And, you know,
it's just that he ended up running out of time because Adam kept it consistent from the start.
If someone died halfway through the season, they wouldn't have thought William Duncan would have been in the top 10. Basically, that's what happened.
What a morbid thought.
Well, no. Okay. I'm saying if someone were to stop watching this series halfway through, they wouldn't have thought William Duncan would have made the top 10 and would have been almost a contender in the championship. But he was, and he's still...
Whoa! An odd ricochet for card number 18. He's going to have to try and scale back up that incline.
Yeah, up. Now he's going down. That's how mountain...
Yes, that's how gravity works.
Yeah,
Thank you, Chad.
You couldn't figure that out earlier when apparently...
No, I figured it out. You're the one who didn't.
Yeah, he was going down the mountain, but he said he was plowing up the mountain.
Yeah, plowing up the mountain.
Yeah.
The mountain is being plowed up from where it was.
Okay.
Which is down.
All right, now I'm understanding your logic.
See, it's physics.
Yeah, that's definitely physics. Is plowing of dirt. I think that's more of farming, not physics.
No, because you didn't know how gravity worked.
I definitely do. No, I thought you meant the car going down the mountain, and I thought you accidentally said up instead of down. Okay.
You're not invited to the Christmas party. But William Duncan's going to do a little bit of off-roading here. Almost went to the one of the many hotels that have sprung up around this racing establishment.
Yep. You know what they didn't have?
What?
Food.
They had food.
They did not have food.
No, they had food. You just couldn't get to it.
Why couldn't I get the food?
Because the booth is at the top of the mountain. The hotels are at the bottom.
Oh.
See, that's why you're getting lightheaded.
Well, no, we had to stay in the hotel.
You should have eaten something.
There wasn't any food.
Where did you go?
There wasn't even a mini fridge.
Which lobby did you go?
Wait, hold on. William Duncan is going to finish off his race with a 309.72, a pretty good run.
Yeah, good job from William Duncan, 5th place. Next up, Anthony Mccrory on track, the endurance racer. Which lobby did you go to?
Lobby 5.
Lobby 5? Lobby 5 has nothing. You gotta go to Lobby 4.
Oh.
Dude, they had brunch in Lobby 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, you had all day. What did you do all day?
I was dicking around with Richard Johnson.
That's why. You gotta remove the shaft and put food in there.
That's kind of a weird scenario there, John.
What? You gotta remove the Richard the Shaft Johnson from your life and replace it with food.
Oh, okay.
How could that possibly be misconstrued?
Alright, let's go back to Anthony Mccrory now.
Anthony Mccrory riding on the edge of the world.
The world.
And he
almost plowed up the mountain.
But Anthony Mccrory came in about the midpoint of the season, replacement. This 11 car changed so many times in the early stages, so this team really didn't have much of a chance at going for the championship.
There was a lot of changes in this series. I mean, that's how racing goes. I mean, if one driver sucks, so well, you bring in another one. If he sucks, then just quit your entire team.
Yeah, just the case with the first two.
Exactly.
And then Ray Davis switched from this ride to a different ride, which ended up in tragedy, as John Lasco is now driving.
Exactly. I mean, Ray Davis, I remember last season, Ray Davis was the most consistent driver. His name was Captain Clutch.
He was leading the championship going into this.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, he wrecked it really early on.
Exactly. He was still as consistent. He kind of came back in this season.
Oh, no! Cool it down, Chad.
Sorry, it's been a really long day. I haven't had any food. I've only had 3 Oreos, and it's been really rough.
But Anthony Mccrory, decent driver, just that he hasn't gotten that big break yet. I mean, we sound like a broken record, but a lot of these drivers just are so close to greatness.
Exactly. Like I've talked about it all season long. When you get that first win, it's kind of like when you first ride a bike. You get really excited and you want to keep doing more of it and you want to improve.
Then you break your leg.
Yeah. And then, you know what?
I'm surprised. Very few injuries in the Rallycross series so far. I think only, what was it, Seth Cole got injured last year.
Exactly. I mean, this is one of the most dangerous racing events, but it's fairly well...
So a real testament to the safety department.
Exactly. They do a very good job. I mean, this is the last race of the season, and you know what? Good job, guys. You need
Anthony
a race.
Mccrory going through the last segment on course section 4.
Oh, what is he doing?
What's he doing? He's decided to go completely off track.
Wow.
But wait a second, he isn't missing any checkpoints. There's no checkpoints in that stage of the course.
And he took the checkpoint, and he's going through.
I think he's trying to see if this could be faster. Now, he doesn't need to worry about the points for it, so someone could have even made a deal saying, hey, could you try this for me? See if this works.
Probably got him some money for it, and he was excited to do it, and here he goes.
Oh, hits the pillar. That would have been pretty good. Let's see.
Oh,
305.93. He might have been able to beat Colin Bartel with that.
Exactly. I mean, he didn't hit that pole. Next up is the man, the Black Mamba. Black Mamba, Matt Evans.
He's here. Matt Evans is on track. Everyone loves the Black Mamba. One of the most popular drivers in the sport, and one of the best drivers in the sport.
He's the most winningest driver in both the Utica Home Track Series and the Utica Rallycross Series. Overall, just an amazing driver.
I know, he's such a phenom. It's great.
Exactly.
Matt Evans really knows how to handle a race car, and just watching him on track, it's like poetry.
Exactly. And also like painting. He's painting his picture along the track.
He's painting a poem.
He's so amazing. He is painting a poem with his tire treads.
Yes, he is. As Matt Evans was really excited to come out here today, he loves a challenge. And this track is one of the biggest challenges. I think other than Seth Cole, who's the Stuntman, Matt Evans was the second most psyched to come here.
How many wins does he have in the Utica Rallycross Series? I think 4?
Is it 4 or is it 3? I know the win counts aren't as high.
I know for a fact that the only...
He got 1 last year. And then he got
2 this year.
2 this year. Yeah, so 3.
So he's looking for his 4th, which no one has gotten 4 wins yet in the Utica Rallycross.
Yeah, there's like this huge stoppage at 3. It's like Valve at 2.
You know, I would tell you that yes, you got a point there. But like I tell you this much, this season has been filled with a lot of different winners, different from the first season. I mean, there was a lot of people that had a lot of breaks. You know, they were like, "Oh man, I'm gonna win!" Everyone won like 2 races. It was
Dylan
great.
Young, Colin Bartel, like
Tyler Benoit.
Tyler Benoit came back to win. Adam Dunlap won a race.
Matt had his normal season.
Yeah, the norm, and a couple other drivers were able to pick up some wins. As Matt Evans continuing strong.
Yeah.
He's pretty fast out there. Now, the driver he needs to beat is Steven Carter, who broke the 3-minute mark, which no one else has been able to do today.
But right now, it looks like Matt Evans is tracking so...
Oh, no! He
What?
slides it off track. That could ruin this entire run.
It could, or could it? Because right now, it seems like... okay, we have the technology now. They can't show it on this recording here, but we can see it in the booth. The line is so far behind him, he's got a good 5 seconds of Steven Carter's time.
We'll have to see what he does. He's going to go the front way. Now, we're trying to figure out who was the one who put Anthony Mccrory up to taking that shortcut. Because we're not sure if he took it on his own or if he was commissioned by another driver to do it.
Well, you know, either way...
So it wasn't Matt Evans, unless Matt Evans decided it wouldn't work. He just sabotaging the competition.
Exactly.
But coming to the line, just looking pretty fast. A 2:53.89. So much faster than Steven Carter. I didn't think he would be able to get to that point, and Matt Evans does it. So that's going to be a real difficult feat to beat, as now it's time for the Stuntman, Seth Cole.
He was just as excited to go to this track as he was at Blackpool. I remember Blackpool like it was yesterday. Whee! Basically, that was him screaming when he went up the big ramp.
Topical impression. But Seth Cole, car number 25, excited to be out here today. He loves these kind of tracks, and look at that, he's flying over the bridge.
So smooth because he is the stunt man. This stuff does not bother him. If he went down the mountain, he'd be screaming in enjoyment.
You can't see it from this behind camera, but he is grinning ear to ear in the cockpit. It's like a kid in a candy store for him. Only instead of candy, it's wicked flips.
Yes, wicked flips indeed. He is the man with, if you were to make a montage of the best moments in Utica Rallycross Series for the best jumps, he'd be in every one.
Yeah, as he jumps over this section of the track.
Oh.
Whoa!
Almost super
That's
smooth.
cool. My God, he has a talent, a gift, and that is having fun.
Yeah, that is having fun. Kids, remember, always have fun. Seth Cole promoted this message.
Yeah, Seth Cole is being sponsored by fun.
Seth Cole is sponsored
The
by
concept of fun.
Seth Cole's also sponsored by Flippity Floops.
Not helmet companies, though.
Just Flippity Floops.
Oh, no! He's gonna crash into the pylon, but still enjoying it. He's not going for a championship. He was going to hit some wicked jumps, and he was waiting for that jump. Now, here is something different. Daniel Boyle decided to stay out this week. Maybe he was too intimidated by the racetrack.
Next up is Little Orphan Annie.
Annie Thomas, car number 2. Annie Thomas has had a decent run in Utica Home Track Series. She's running very well in the standings and is currently one of the favorites for Rookie of the Year. They put her in this car, quote, to give her some experience behind the wheel, and there's no better place to get experience driving well than the Rallycross Series. You have to really push it.
Oh!
And she pushed it a little too hard. She crashes into the trees, and she goes out of the race.
Oh, no.
It was expected.
Little Orphan Annie was put in a new home. Now, next up is the mighty, mighty Tigers here. Chris Aurelio. Can we do it for one good old last time?
One more time. We
are Tigers. Mighty, mighty Tigers. We are mighty Tigers. He's the best. Going around the track. Something, something, yeah.
And the rest.
It's better than the rest, yeah. It's the mighty.
It felt
Yes, he did. You know,
it's been a long season, but Chris Aurelio is not.
It's not. No.
It's great.
You know, today's like the end. It's like the last day of school. You know.
Yeah. They're just showing movies.
Yep.
They don't care.
They're
more tests.
They're actually not even showing this race event right now. They're actually showing Chicken Little.
Chicken Little.
Chicken Little.
Why? What a cinematic masterpiece that was. I can safely say that changed everyone's childhood.
It did. It was like the best pinnacle movie of our generation.
I mean, Chicken Little. Remember the fish out of water? Oh man, I wish I could be him. Chris Aurelio's had a great season. A great season. He's the mighty, mighty Tiger.
Yes.
He's the defending champion, but unfortunately not going to be able to get 2 in a
Wow!
row.
Whoa!
Oh my God! He's got some. That's the most speed I've seen off that jump.
And freaking Seth Cole is in the background clapping. He is.
Salute, single tear. Like he did it. He did what the Stuntman couldn't do.
The man couldn't do.
But Chris Aurelio, great talent in the series, and I believe his brother is yet to come up on track. He still has an opportunity. We're getting close to the end. Only 4 drivers after Chris Aurelio finishes up his run, if he can make it to the end.
Exactly. We're hoping he can. I mean, there's been a lot of DNFs today, but there's been a lot of great finishes as well. Chris Aurelio, though, early on, he had a really rough start, like a lot of drivers, but then he decided, I'm going to be Captain Clutch and try and break into the championship run. And you know what he did? He almost got back into the championship run, but he was a little too, it was like too little too late.
He was up there, but just lost Dunlap. But he's actually tracking faster than Matt Evans right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that jump really catapulted him to the front. So if he can just keep it steady, he could be in victory lane.
Hopefully he doesn't hit one of those final pylons there. That really trips you up and really can cost you 5 seconds if you get stuck behind one. Let's see if he can straighten out and make it through.
No! He did the thing you said he shouldn't do. And no, man, this is going to kill his time.
He would have beaten Matt Evans.
2:59.86. How unfortunate. He's going to be down to 3rd place. He's slower than Steven Carr. Next up, Matt Duel, car number 8, the Replacinator.
Yes, the Replacinator, indeed.
Didn't need to replace anyone this season, and I don't think anyone's going to replace him. He did a great job.
Exactly. I mean, he's been a really consistent driver. Again, earlier on, he was known as the Dark Horse, or the Dork Horse.
as you call them.
If you will. And
All of his detractors have really picked that one up. Nice going. I'm hurting the man's self-esteem.
Hey, it was basically whatever. Something.
Called him a dork.
Hey, I didn't mean to call him a dork, okay? I just can't talk right.
Bad person, you.
And
oh no! Speaking of bad, that's going to end badly for Matt Duel. Not a good end to the year. As now it's time for Thomas Beatty.
Mick Beatty! Mick Beatty's in the house. Mick Beatty. Mick Beatty.
Thomas Beatty on track, driving that number 9 machine, the former Austin Ogo machine.
It's nice to see though that this guy actually has been developed. All those Austin Ogo fans, there's the true ones that are religiously following Austin Ogo till the death. But then the ones that are
some have even gotten plastic surgery to look like it.
Exactly, but then there's
they get all the ladies.
Then there's the optimistic fans, and the optimistic fans stayed around and really started to grow on Thomas Beatty. His whole track, but no!
Whoa! Wall riding on the side of the mountain.
But he's been a better driver than Austin Ogo. His theme song's just as good, and he's just a great driver.
What's going on? he's not showing it today.
I think he's.
This is a pretty off run.
I think he had a little bit of some of the tequila in Lobby 4. That was awkward.
How do you know? You didn't find Lobby 4.
I'm sorry. I found out.
And they served brunch.
There's tequila at brunch.
In your brunch.
They had some Bloody Marys. They had those at brunch. And what?
Oh man, you got on the radar saying that this car's not handling well.
I think he's driving. What is he doing?
I'm surprised he's still driving. Like, this has been a pretty,
Wait, I have word.
Pretty wacky run.
That they did measure his level of intoxication before this event. It was at a great...
Who was the narc who measured that?
Well,
I think he must be drinking. It was random drink test.
Actually, the number recorded was a 3.6. His level was a 3.6, and
it's over.
His drunken escapade is over.
And that does it for Thomas Beatty's run. Now, Michael Aurelio is the second to last driver on track. Let's see how he can do in his final start of the year.
Hopefully he can beat out Chris Aurelio's amazing time. It was sad, though. Chris Aurelio could have done a lot better.
He could have beat Matt Evans.
Exactly. If he didn't hit that pylon, I just gave him the commentator curse accidentally. But
nice going, Chad.
I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't mean to happen.
Oh, man, come on.
I'm just reporting on the action.
Why you gotta hate on a brother?
He's white.
He's someone's brother. His brother's on track right now.
I'm not hating on the brother.
You're hating on the other brother.
Yeah, I'm hating on the other brother. But Michael Aurelio looking very smooth and flawless so far. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Joseph Vanesto and has too much momentum coming up in these other bumps.
And he's good.
Smooth.
He's good.
What the heck happened to Joseph Vanesto?
And Cassandra Renzi. They're so angry in the infield right now.
I mean, if they kept up their momentum, they could have easily gotten around Matt Evans' time.
Like, Joseph Vanesto probably would have been crowned, like, king of the world.
Exactly.
If he had finished, but he didn't because he messed it up.
Let's just keep making him feel worse. I mean, he's watching us right now.
He deserved it.
Why?
He owes me money.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. He stopped up your mini fridge bill and you stayed with him the other night.
Yeah, look at that. Oh! Excellent save by Michael Aurelio as he continues along the racing surface. Now he has to deal with this big jump, which is going to be a challenge.
Well, Chris Aurelio just masterfully made. I mean, he just...
I don't think this will go as well.
No,
he's already made some contact with the wall. What?
Oh!
Okay, interesting strategy
by
Michael Aurelio.
Just as smooth as it could have been.
All right, Michael Aurelio.
Yeah, all right, nice some improv there with his driving ability. It shows that his veteranship in this league and driving ability. I mean, he's like, okay, I'm going too slow. If I hit that jump, I'm not going to make it. So let's go down.
I mean, just think, a couple years ago, he was considered the rookie.
Exactly.
And he's already matured to being one of the best drivers.
He's a great all-around driver. He's fun to watch every week. Both the Aurelio brothers are. They're just awesome.
Yep, we have the last section of the course. He's going to head into segment 4. I'm not sure if he has something for Matt Evans, but he could go up there and get himself a great finish. He just needs to make it through this last segment.
As long as he doesn't hit a pylon, and now he's probably going to hit a pylon now that I said that.
Nice going.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully no pylons will be hit. As he goes. Oh! Yeah, blew it.
He didn't hit a pylon. Not my fault.
Final driver, Dylan, much too young.
Hold on, isn't the age limit here about 18? I'm pretty sure he's under that.
I think he's good.
Are you sure? I don't think he's old enough or old enough.
No, he's such a fresh-faced youngster. Reminds me when I was a youngin'.
Exactly, but Dylan Young.
Back in '73, used to play all the records. Oh, man. Great times. How was it like in the 50s, Chad?
It was great. You
were what, 40 then?
Yeah, I was 40 then. I used to, slap all the women. It was wonderful. I mean,
because you are Irish.
I am, but no, back then you wanted and they couldn't say anything. But nowadays it was like, oh, we gotta put restrictions.
Oh, hurting people is wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, telling them what to do, you're making a sandwich, that's wrong.
Back to Dylan Young. Before we get some angry letters.
Oh, we already
got your time back in the 50s.
We already got enough angry letters.
We get them every week.
Yeah.
They're all to you. For some reason, they're all to you. I don't know why.
I say a lot of controversial things.
Yeah, controversial things.
Hello, I'm Tyler Benoit, and I'm going to report live.
No, you're Chad Dillon.
Oh, yeah, I am Chad Dillon.
Silly right. Chad. Tricks kids. Speaking of kids, Dylan Young on track. He's going to go for the big jump, and man, great job by Dylan Young. Saved it well on that, and he's tracking pretty well going through the third segment.
It was great, but it wasn't great like Chris Aurelio.
It was still pretty good.
Yeah.
But Dylan Young, car number 16, Young Motorsports, the last chance to dethrone Matt Evans, get himself another win. He won twice this year, but just had that bad luck all throughout. He won at Blackpool. He won last week at the Pacific Oil Rig.
Exactly.
So he's
two-time winner.
He's looking for 2 in a row now. And 3 overall. Put himself in that blockade at 3 wins.
Right now he's doing pretty well. He's pretty close and really rearing up at Matt Evans. I mean, last guy off the bat, and hopefully he can do it.
Well, he gets a little squirrely, but keeps it on track.
Here we go, the last race of the Rallycross Season 2. Can Dylan Young be the man to dethrone the almighty Matt Evans and take away his 4th win in the Rallycross Series?
At the start of the season, he ended up with the worst run at the Yuma race. Now, he's tracking at one of the best. Can he take the win away, or will Matt Evans get it? It's all down to this, the final straightaway of Season 2 of the Rallycross Series. Coming to the line, he's a little sluggish, goes to the Hayes section, and no! 2:58.34, but that will be a great run. 2nd place overall. Let's take a look at the final race results of the season. Matt Evans wins his 4th event, plus his 7 Utica Home Track Series wins.
He
has 11 wins overall, followed by Dylan Young, Stephen Carter, Chris Aurelio, all getting under 3 minutes. And Colin Bartel with early success, Anthony Mccrory, Richard Johnson, Chris Washer, William Duncan, Adam Dunlap, your champion.
Still top 10. Tyler Benoit somehow managed to get 11th place.
Last car to finish.
Exactly. Now and then 12th is Michael Aurelio, Kyle Corbett, Seth Cole. These guys all did a great job, even though they DNF'd. Thomas Beatty, Alex May, John Lesko, James Silverfox, John Cenadino, Skyler, Dixon. What a great run for these guys today.
Then we had Cassandra Renzi and Joseph Vanesto, disappointing days. Matt Duel and Annie Thomas didn't make it very far. Emil Michaels, an absolute disappointment. And Alex Demarco, the first car on track, last car in the grid.
Exactly.
Let's take a look at the final point standings for season number 2. You all know who is your champion. Adam Dunlap, 347 points, kills Tyler Benoit, even more so than he would have been going into this. He's followed by Matt Evans with this extra win, Matt Duel in 4th place, Colin Bartel in 5th, who was 5th in the race itself. Chris Aurelio was the 6th in place in points. Michael Aurelio, Richard Johnson, William Duncan, and then Dom Capps, despite not running these last 5 events, 10th overall.
Exactly. And then we have Dylan Young, just missed the top 10, but a great season for him as well. Seth Cole, Stephen Carter, Alex Tanker, all these guys, they had a great season, and they really were consistent.
There's your driver, Jake Williams, 16th
Williams.
overall, which isn't bad. He beat Joseph Vanesto, who won a couple races, and John Cenadino, who ran the full schedule.
Exactly. And we also have Alex May and Daniel Voiles running at top 20.
Then we have John Lesko, who came in about midseason, same with Anthony Mccrory, Alex Demarco, Joseph Bryant, who left at the midseason point, Emily Michaels, who I think could have had a good run for the championship if she decided to stay, but Joseph Vanesto was not a bad pick. Ray Davis in 26th place, followed by Kevin White, Nick Pericles, Chris Washer, Emil Michaels rounds out the top 30, that extra 2 points, catapulting him up to 96 points.
Exactly. Then Billy Bishop, Skyler Dixon, James Silverfox, and all the newbies that came in. Cassandra Renzi, Diego Ruiz, Kyle Sosnowski, A. Ron Williams Jr., Vladimir Petrov, Austin Ogo. We love you. We love you, Austin Ogo. We miss you. Please come back. And then Ray Takeda rounding out your top 40.
And the last drivers, Joshua Michaels, Jeffrey Finguy, Kyle Corbett. Annie Thomas had 3 points, but no match for Estavis Cortez and his 1 point.
Number 1.
He's number 1.
He's number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that ends it for Season 2 of the Utica Rally Cross Series. This was a great season.
So many twists, so many turns, so many point changes, so much competition. Great season overall.
Yeah, I mean, double the schedule. So 20 races, a lot of exciting new tracks, a couple of really difficult ones like Amherst and whatnot.
And Kansas City.
Oh, man.
Don't forget about Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City. So thank you all for watching this season. It was a great year. We hope you'll return for Season 3 whenever that happens. Should be great. I'm Mickey Colton.
And I'm Chad Dillon.
And so long.
Peace.